off, but you can watch what I do. Okay. We're going to get it set here straight on the runway. We're going to confirm with our directional gyro, runway 2525. Okay, heels on the floor, so we're just on the rudder part of the pedals, not the brakes. Smoothly apply our throttle. We're going to watch our airspeed here. That's coming up. 45, 50, 55. There's 60. We're going to lift our nose. And there we're off. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, and we're going to climb out. 80's not bad. 75's probably perfect. Okay, and since we were about 1,700 feet earlier, we're going to wait until we're about 500 above. So when it gets to this 2,200 over here, boy, that's a little bit warm, eh? Yeah. We're going to put on a little just air there. And right there, and we're going to turn left crosswind. So I got to tell them. Jamestown traffic, Cessna 152 Bravo Juliet, turning left crosswind, runway 25. We're going to be joining left downwind for 25, Jamestown. It is a warm day. Yeah, it is. Okay, so pattern altitude is going to be 1,000 feet above ground level, so we're going to go up to 2,700 roughly.
St. Thomas traffic, Foxtrot Lima Hotel November is on the downwind for runway 27, full stop St. Thomas.
That's not us. Okay, and then we turn what we call a downwind, which is parallel to the runway but going the opposite way. Reached our pattern height, so we're going to pull our throttle back a little bit. We're going to go ahead and let it settle there, stop our climb. Now we're looking for a plane coming the other way, landing. I don't have him in sight yet. Actually, maybe he's already on the ground. Yeah. He already landed. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull our carb heat out because we're going to have a closed throttle when we descend to land, so we don't want carb ice building up.
Perfect. Traffic Centurion 55, Romeo X-ray, 8 miles to the west inbound, Tennessee.
Thomas traffic, Foxtrot Lima Hotel November on final runway 27, full stop, St. Thomas.
None of those are for us. Okay. So now we're about a beam of the 25 numbers on the runway there. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our first notch of flaps out. Okay, 10 degrees of flaps. There we go. And at this point we want it about between 70 and 75 on the speed, so we'll just give it a little trim so we don't have to pull the nose up to do that. And then I am going to call them and tell them that I'm turning base. So base is going to be 90 degrees. Jamestown traffic, Cessna 152 Bravo Juliet, turning left base, runway 25, Jamestown.
Okay, traffic, Cessna Golf Yankee Victoria.
Actually, I'm going to fly it out just a couple seconds more.
Heading westbound along the shoreline to Port Stanley, doing upper airwood, St. Thomas traffic.
And Tennessee traffic, Centurion 55, Romeo 3, we're 4 miles to the west, entering the left.
All right. And so, right about now, we're turned about 90 degrees to the runway. I'm going to give it my second notch of flaps down to 20. Blow it down a little bit more. And there's our runway right there. Doing about 70, that's just about perfect. And I gotta call him up again. Jamestown traffic, Cessna 152, Bravo Juliet, turning final, runway 25. This is gonna be a full stop and taxi back. Jamestown traffic. So now we're gonna turn inbound here. Line up with the runway. We have very little wind here today. All right, and so we're going to make our visual descent here. I'm going to wait until I get a little bit closer to the runway, put my final notch of flaps in. And we want to fly this just a little bit slower, about 65. Those bumps is just where air moves up the side of the hill and all that sort of stuff. There we go, 65, perfect. Looking good. Okay, and at this point we can say we have the runway made. So I'm going to go full flaps. And the flaps are going to enable us to put our nose down a little bit. So it'll look like we're actually aiming right at the runway. Doing about 65, looking good, looking good. Pull a little bit of power, we're a little bit high. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Right above ground level, we're going to bring that nose back. Pull our power back, oop, and there we are. Okay, so we're going to exit our runway up here at Golf. So, I use my brakes there.
Ground traffic, helicopter 1995 Romeo, 10 miles northeast, Jamestown at 2,100.
Okay, and once we get across the hold short bars here, we're going to stop. Open the window because we'd like some fresh air. And we're going to tell them we're clear of the runway. Jamestown traffic, Cessna 152, Bravo Juliet is clear runway 25 on Golf. We're going to be taxiing back to 25 for departure on Delta, Jamestown traffic. Okay, so we clean it up. Flaps all the way up, car bead all the way in.